Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining us one more time at Mike and Mike. We are delighted that you can join us here live and also pre-recorded later on when we put this up. I thank you again. Please share, like, and subscribe. We have further ado. We're going to jump right into it. On our panel as usual, we got King Tox in the house.
King Tox, baby,
You know
a.k.a. Postal Public Enemy, number one.
Number one. Number one. He soon be working here full time.
He might be the only one.
The only one. And to our far right, we got Prime Minister Khalees.
Prime Minister Khalees.
A.K. Prime Minister Khalees. Justice in the Angel is in the house.
Yes.
And, you know, as usual, he's not here yet. But, you know, Baby Trump.
The intelligent investor.
Is not here yet.
He'll be joining us soon.
The intelligent investor is not here yet.
And, of course, Mr. Make America Great Again Porter.
But last but not least, Mega Porter in the house. And Maga in the house. Gentlemen, so we have exciting times. I mean, a lot of stuff is going on.
Yeah, busy week.
Epstein file. Trump is pushing for this immigrant laws thing, the what is called the terrorists we thought it was dead, you know. So there's a lot going on as usual. For lately I'm starting, I'm gonna open up the floor and you guys kick it off with the important things what you want to kick off and start discussing about.
Shannon Sharp settling.
Wait, he actually settled out. I thought it ended up being a farce or something like that.
Ain't no farce, real thing.
So he had to pay that lady out?
Yes, sir.
Oh, that's some nonsense. I wouldn't have paid her nothing.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have paid her anything.
And then there's somebody else suing him.
Who that?
Second person.
See, but this is how it starts. That's why you don't give in. Like, I wouldn't have paid them. I'm like, I'm not paying her anything. Because then now look what happens. Now it starts a chain reaction.
It's like a chain. It's like a ripple effect.
Yeah, come on, man. That's extortion, bro.
It's on. I think it's on, right?
Is it on?
Yeah, it's on. It's on.
Wait, just have to flip it up a little bit more.
Yeah, your light. If the light's on, it's on.
You can hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah.
All right. So what's new in the political world?
Lot going on. You know, our boy Barry Soetoro, aka Barack Obama, is he's gonna, you know, Tulsi Gabbard just uncovered a lot of stuff about him. It was in regards to the whole Russia hoax, the collusion, to where they were during Trump's first presidency, they were trying to say that Russia rigged the election so Trump could win, and that was a hoax. Obama knew it was a hoax, but then he still went with it and had media, you know, still going with the accusations, knowing that it was a hoax. So now Tulsi Gabbard uncovered that, to where he might get tried for high treason, which he so much deserves. And mind you, this is somebody I voted for Obama 2 times.
But how we know that this was a hoax? I mean,
what do you mean?
Okay, so
it was a hoax. It was always a hoax.
This is almost 5 years, 6 years now?
No, this was 2016, 2017, 7-8 years.
More than that, exactly. I was mixing up.
Because it was proven that it was a hoax.
So this is the first time I'm hearing this. So my question is this: that after all these years, how now conveniently they can prove that this was a hoax? You know, you have to look at it, because remember when Trump comes in, there's a lot of stuff that was dead, erased. He's bringing back up because he's pissed about a lot of people.
Yeah.
On him. So Obama is an example.
Yeah.
Obama was going hard against him.
Exactly.
And stuff like that. So these guys would find things to bring up, and even their people where they're put in power, which is like the head of national security, FBI, and all that stuff. Of course, the Justice Department. This is all Trump boys.
No, but
so these guys would open up any floodgates to say, this shit was false, was.
But
fake,
it was it was proven that was a hoax.
Who proved it?
What do you mean? They've been
This should
proved
be
that.
all over the news.
It is all over the
I'm not
news.
hearing anything.
Why
Yeah,
now?
they've been-
Donald Trump is calling
Yeah,
for
they've been-
Obama's arrest.
Yeah, well, no, he's not. Donald Trump is not calling for Obama's arrest. Tulsi Gabbard did the investigation. Now, Tulsi Gabbard handed over all this information to the DOJ, which is Pam Bondi. Pam Bondi has to
Department
do
of
a job,
Justice.
and Pam Bondi hasn't been doing
Which
a
is a
job.
part of the Justice Department, Pandemic, right?
Yeah, she's the AG.
Right. So again, they calling this. This is all Trump people. They are pissed because Obama was going against them.
But
from
this was
day
really
one.
a hoax. Obama knew it was a hoax, and he went with it.
How they know that? This
What are you
was all-
talking about? This been we established that
It was
this was a hoax a few
propaganda
years
from the
ago.
start.
It's propaganda.
No, they established that this was a hoax a few years. Russia never colluded with Trump. They did not rig any election or nothing like that in 2016.
again,
This was already
that was
proven.
already
Obama
concluded,
already
though.
knew that, and he still went with the nonsense anyway. You understand? Trying to get Trump out of office.
I'm trying to bring.
So basically, he knew it was a lie, and he still kept going with it because he was trying to get Trump out of office. That is high treason.
But he's trying to get Trump out of office. Trump doing a lot of bull crap, right? Right for him. For you don't have to even go to that level. But again, not to drift. My question is: you have Trump people doing all this investigation. It's completely right off the back is bias. Because
What do you mean?
Trump hate Obama from day one. If you have Trump people in the Justice Department, in the social arm, in the
He didn't hate Obama. He just exposed him as a fraud because he is.
what do you
He's a
mean?
fraud.
He hated Obama. He hated Obama
Because he's a
and Hillary.
fraud.
What?
Obama's a fraud. He doesn't hate Obama. It's just that he's a fraud, and he
Listen,
exposed him as a
Obama-
fraud.
Obama, I don't like a certain stuff what Obama
I believe
did.
he hates Obama.
Huh?
Yeah, he hates
I believe
Obama
it.
No,
because Obama
he's-
exposed him and humiliated
No,
him.
no. What? You guys living in a different time than me?
He biased anyway. So
No, I'm not biased at all. I'm. You know what I'm biased to? I'm biased to the truth. You can't
You're
play.
biased to the
You
truth.
can't play games with me. Okay. Mind you, this is somebody who voted for Obama 2 times.
I
Do you have
voted
any?
for Obama
Do you have
too.
any idea how mad I am that I come to find out that for one, your real name isn't Barack Obama. Okay, that's your birth name. But you know, your stepfather's Lolo Sotoro. If you know who Lolo Sotoro was, he ran CIA death squads in Indonesia back in the 70s and 80s. Okay, Obama's mother was a CIA asset. Okay, Barack Obama's real name is Barry Sotoro. He was raised in Indonesia.
Did
Okay,
he change his name?
huh?
He changed his
Yeah,
name.
he
right?
changed his name
So,
conveniently when
I
he was
mean,
running for president. Okay, we come to find out he didn't go to Harvard. You understand?
Who told you that?
He
But you
didn't go to
didn't
Harvard. It's
research.
been proven.
Proven where?
Obama did.
All you got to do is go on the news. It's
He
been
went
right
to
there.
Harvard. What you talking about? There is a picture with him on
It's been
campus.
proven. It's they went and did scientific studies showing that degree that he has, that's a fake degree.
Yo, I think Justin hates Obama too, man.
No, I don't hate Obama at all. I'm mad because you hoodwinked me. Like, dude, I voted for you twice. I
Listen.
voted for you twice, and then look, he's coming out. Look, he's coming out his face now anyway. What did he say the other day?
This-
Oh, I
this
think every.
conspiracy,
I think
Justin,
every.
yeah.
This is not a
Obama-
conspiracy.
Obama graduated
This is
from
not a
Harvard Law in
conspiracy.
1991.
This is not a conspiracy. Okay, I know what I'm talking about.
Obama
You
graduated
guys
from
know I'm
Harvard
very well versed in
in
politics.
1991.
Okay, don't listen to the nonsense.
This last
Okay, he
1991.
just said the other day. No, he's not. That's all fake. He just said the other day. Oh, every boy that aside from having a father, they should have a gay man in their life. Are you serious? That sounds like
Well,
grooming to me.
I mean,
that's pedophilia.
If he said something like that, yeah, I'm not.
He
gonna
did
run with
say
that.
it.
But I didn't hear.
I've
it,
seen
and
it
I'm
on
not
the
gonna
news.
say
I'm
it.
not sure who said it,
But
but
going
I saw
to
it.
the other conspiracy theory business,
Uh-huh.
that is far fetched right now because there is no way stuff like this is going on and the media don't eat this up.
What do you
This is-
mean? The media? It's been
this
all
is
over the media.
On where? I
On
watch it-
Instagram,
I'm
on
watching
Reddit.
TV.
No, I'm not talking about TV. I don't
So-
listen to TV.
But that's where it's gonna
No,
be.
TV is nonsense. That is propaganda. You need to go on, like I've told you a million
But
times.
look-
You got to go on Instagram. You got to go on X. You got to go on Reddit,
But
and then
look-
you have to cross-reference
but
everything.
look-
I do not believe anything the news says. I don't believe anything Fox says. I don't believe anything CNN says.
Right, but you have racist Fox, and if that was true, racist Fox would be eating this up alive, right? They
100%.
would have this thing right around the
They
clock.
have been talking about
Where?
it.
Bring me up on some video on Fox channel.
Pull it up. All you got to do is pull
on
it up.
Fox channel.
Pull it up.
Yeah, I'm
Pull
gonna
it up.
pull it. But this-
All you got to do is go on YouTube and just type in Obama. You're going to see everything that pops up.
yeah, but this
And it does
a lot
show
of
that he
people-
went to Harvard.
They said
No, but it's what it is. Know what it is. You know what's funny? They went and asked a bunch of people during that time. It's like, we don't remember seeing him. They asked people during
mean,
that time,
so-
and from what I understand,
so-
it was a pretty high. He was a pretty high-profile individual at Harvard. Come to find out, he never even went to Harvard, or he wasn't there because nobody remembers seeing him
I don't
there.
think my classmates even remember me from 1991.
No. That's not. They pulled a psyop on us. They pulled a psyop on the American people.
Donald Trump accuses Barack Obama of treason. Donald Trump, not nobody
I told
else.
you.
Donald Trump, the racist.
Yeah, after Tulsi
Exactly.
Gabbard came with
Yeah,
the
no,
investigation.
if that- and
No,
this is
you
on
need to
Fox.
read all of it. You
This
need
is
to
on
read all
Fox.
of it.
And he
Yeah,
called,
listen to it.
And if you read a little farther, he's calling for Obama's arrest.
Yes, because
So,
he committed high
he's the one-
treason.
He's the one who pulling up because number one, Obama was also supporting when they impeached his behind.
And that stuff was
Obama
already
was
debunked
was
a long
also a
time
part
ago.
of that. It was
No,
supported
it
guys-
wasn't. Where are you guys getting your information
So
from?
where are you getting your information from?
You know where I get my
Where?
information from. What did I
From
just
Trump?
say? I get it from Instagram. I get it
From
from
Reddit,
Reddit.
from Reddit.
I get it from X. I read every single media outlet that there is.
Those the media, right? Those
Okay.
media networks, they cannot tell any lies.
What do you mean?
And I'm asking you. They
No,
can't
I
do
don't.
it.
I don't. What did I just say? I said Instagram.
Uh-huh.
I said Reddit. I said X. That is not media. That is social media. Okay. I do not listen to the
So
news
where you
because
listen to? Where you listen to?
I just told you
X.
X, Reddit, and Instagram.
So I'm
okay,
asking-
and I cross-reference
But
everything.
You brought in a social media network just now, Instagram. And Instagram,
All three of those are social media networks.
And so you listen to all three of those.
Yes, that's how I
But
get my
so-
information.
so now
I don't get my information from the news. The news is compromised.
There's a conflict, but most of these stuff is people manipulate certain things and put it on Instagram and X and all these crap for you can run with it, right? Just like if you go
Right,
on
and
Facebook.
most of the time
So
they're right,
I'm
but that's
not
not well
understanding.
vetted.
I'm not
That's
understanding
the reason I
what
love it.
makes these networks so pure that the stuff what they produce from these networks.
Because that's where you
it
get
is
the real
true.
information from. You can't get real information from the news. The news is already proven that they are biased. They are bought and paid for.
But
And
who
that's
depicts-
Fox and CNN.
But who depict that X and especially Instagram? Because Instagram is a wide-based social media network where they put all type of crap. People go out there, chicks who modeling, guys who go out there putting all type of crap because they want to impress chicks. People who do some business on Instagram and showing off their network and stuff. So it's a whole mixture of good and bad. And then you are saying that you're getting your network information from these networks.
Yeah, but you have to remember, I read.
not making it
No,
sense.
no,
They're
no,
not
no.
vetted,
But
though.
but you guys, this is me we're talking about. I retain everything. Okay.
Okay.
And you guys know that because I can sit here
respect
for
that.
hours and talk about it. It's not like I'm some idiot that just regurgitates stuff like a parrot. I watch everything and then I come to my conclusion. I just don't watch something and then run
You
with
come
it.
to your conclusion.
Yes.
Not the networks come to the conclusion and you run with it.
What do you mean? No, I come to a conclusion because I got to cross-reference everything. And then everything that I cross-reference, I'm like, wait a minute, what's going on here? So then you hear one side, then you hear another side. And then you could tell usually, remember, dude, I'm a professional con artist. You think I can't tell when somebody's lying? So I know what's real and I know what's true. I know what's real and I know what's a lie. So that's what I'm saying. So and then I'm like, wait a minute, that makes sense. So then what it is, like I said, this you have to remember, I'm somebody that I wasn't a Trump supporter. I just became a Trump supporter in the last 4 or 5 years when I started noticing the nonsense. And it's just more and more nonsense piling up.
So you're gonna vote where they can't.
But like I said, I'm not completely happy with him now because like I said, everybody knows I'm not happy with him not cutting ties with Israel. He needs to cut ties with Israel. I've said that a million times. He's compromised when it comes to Israel. He really is.
The reality is that possibly may not happen because of the political rim and what Trump. I mean, if you claim that, are you saying allegedly that these guys have something on Trump, then why would he cut ties from Israel? He can't because they have deep stuff on him.
Yeah,
So
they
how you
do,
gonna
but
cut-
that's
So how you gonna
but
cut ties?
because
You
it's
can't.
more because you know what it is because our country is more important than whatever dirt they got on you. See, if somebody had dirt on me, but if I'm the leader of this free world, then guess what? I'm going to expose myself for the sake of my people that I have to look after. I have to look after 300 million people. So therefore, I was okay. Yes, I did do it. Yes, I was on that flight list. Just so they can't blackmail me no more. Cut ties with Israel.
But once you
I would completely cut ties, and then like Iran flattened.
I respect that.
I mean, listen, at the end of the day, what I always say is that the truth will prevail, right? And
Yeah.
if the truth is the truth, based on what they are saying, it will come to pass, right? It will come to pass. And again, I strongly believe that this is also a hoax where Trump is going after everyone who is and was against him from when he's running, from 2016. he hates a lot of these other politicians when it comes to the Democrats. Even some Republicans he hated. Some of them now started re-kissing his behind after he won again. So again, I'm not gonna take this with a pill.
Yeah, but he's pulling up facts on them. Let me tell you something. Somebody drags me. If somebody drags me through the mud, guess what? I'm dragging them through the mud.
Back.
All right, and I'm gonna drag them through the mud with facts. You understand? Not with lies, not with rumors, not with gossip. I'm gonna drag them through the mud with facts, and that's what Trump is doing. That's what he's been doing.
Everything what they're going after Trump with is always factual. 99% of the time.
No, it's not. Everything they come after Trump, it doesn't stick. Everything they've accused him of.
He just have 36 conviction of felony. What are you talking about?
First of all, have you actually read
35.
those? First of all, it's 34 felonies.
Right?
It's 34 felonies. And have you read the list of those felonies?
What happened
Those
to
felonies are a joke. Okay,
but they stick though, right?
They don't. No, they haven't.
He's on his record.
No, they haven't, and they're gonna get expunged, like you said thousands of times before.
He would have done that long time ago. If he could have done that, he would have done that.
He's still fighting it. He's still fighting that.
He's gonna keep on fighting until he leaves the office, and he's behind. Well, I don't think he's gonna go to jail anyhow.
No, because he's not. Because it's nonsense. Don't you understand?
He's not going to.
You know what I'm saying? Like I said, the only thing that compromises him is Israel. Other than that, everything else he's doing. Look,
federal government cannot do anything once the state stick something on you
are you serious? Federal supersedes everything.
So let him supersede his felony.
You're gonna see because federal supersedes everything.
Why won't he? He should have done that from the time he get in office.
What do you think he's been doing? He's been fighting this the whole time. Yeah, he's been fighting it the whole time. How long do you think that takes? Seriously.
No, he's the president.
No. It doesn't work that way. It is still the legal process, Mike. How long do you think that takes? That takes years, bro. Yeah. That takes a lot of money.
Keep on going. He's gonna keep on fighting when this world ends.
As he should. Because you drag me through the mud. Best believe I'm doing the same thing.
And he's not gonna remove it. He's not gonna remove it.
I heard Eric Adams just came out and supporting Trump.
Of course, Trump got this is criminal black behind off
who?
Adams.
Adams is a clown.
Exactly.
Adams,
so
I'm not. To be honest,
he has to support Trump.
Yeah, Adams. Yeah,
he has to support Trump.
Yeah, but see, that's what I'm. But see, that's not like something like
that.
Like he's supporting Trump. He's supporting Trump because it's convenient for him. But Adams is a dirtbag. I'm not worried about Adams. I told you, my guy's Curtis Lewa anyway, so I don't care about Adams.
Here's the thing. If this guy, this is one of my scenarios using. Now, people, I don't have any concrete evidence, but here's my analytical view, right? If Adam was so pure and not guilty, he would have told Trump, stick your pardon up your behind. I am going to fight this until the end because I am not guilty, right? If you have confidence that you don't do something,
but I'm not
sure that route, right?
Yeah,
exactly.
But Adams,
Adams
is sleazeball.
He lay back and he's like, and said nothing. When Trump is pushing,
you gotta understand though.
But that doesn't have anything to do with Trump. That's Adams' character. That has nothing to do with Trump's character. That's Adams' character.
I'm painting a picture here. I'm saying that because he keep on saying that is innocent, right? So I'm saying, why
that who's innocent?
Adams.
Adams is not innocent.
Why you take Trump pardon then, right? Or Trump support of them dropping the case after you. If you were man of your word and probably not guilty, what you should have done is when Trump is pushing his narrative of trying to support and drop the case, you just should have told Trump and said, leave this case alone, let it stay where it's at. I am going to fight this because I'm innocent. That's what he should have done. And what he did, he lay back and he accept the pardon or whatever they call it from the states, and they drop it.
Because he's a dirtbag.
Exactly. So again,
but that has nothing to do with Trump. That's Adams' character. That has nothing to do with Trump.
So here's the back end to that now. Trump went and did this support because he want Adam to open up New York floodgates so he can come in and start deporting the immigrants. That's the whole
and what's the issue?
But I'm saying at the end of the day is that
they need to be deported. So what's the issue?
I don't think New York State can stop the federal government.
New York City. Yes, they can. Okay, I keep telling you, you guys really need to brush up on law. Federal supersedes everything in this country.
If Trump needs to come in, New York State.
What do you mean why he needed Adam?
Why he need Adam to support him so he can
doesn't need
open up
him.
the floodgates to
Yeah, because
yeah, so that's what I'm saying.
what do you mean?
Maybe
Because
had
now
that
he
much
has
power-
somebody in his pocket. Don't you understand?
If he had that much power, if the federal government has that much power to come, and
Okay,
supersede-
how do you think you
Why
get
you even
power?
deal with
How
this
do you
kind
think you get power? Do you
How
know
you
how
get-
you achieve
No,
power?
no, share
You
light.
achieve power by
Enlighten
getting
me.
certain people in your pocket. You
Adam-
understand?
Adam, who is Adam?
What do you mean? He still
He
has
has
a
a
lot
lot
of
of
influence
strong
in the
you
city.
You have superpowers, so you don't need Adam. You don't need
Yeah.
no mayor.
No, for the
don't
current,
need no
you got to
mayor.
remember, right now you still
influence.
because he's still the mayor.
Yeah, but
So
you
you
have
still
power.
need
You
him.
supersede him, as what you according to your
Yes,
statement.
right.
Right. So
because
what you need Adam
because
for?
it's less resistance.
How is it
He
less
doesn't
resistance?
necessarily need Adam, but then what it is going to be more
It's
resistance.
just
You
like,
understand?
it's just like on social media, somebody tagging you because they need your followers.
Exactly.
It don't make any sense. If I have superpower, but I can supersede, I could tell Adam. I was saying one time, get out of my way. I'm coming.
Yeah, you're
And
absolutely.
I don't need nothing more.
You're absolutely right. You
I don't
can
need
do that.
nothing
You
more.
can do that, but see, that's not smart.
All
Okay,
you mean is
you
that's
got to remember.
not- that's power.
No, but that's not smart. You
That's-
got to remember, this
that's
is a
why I'm
game.
not running for
No,
the
because
Bulls
this
now.
is a game of chess. This isn't checkers.
That's
You understand? You
I
have
am
to
the
understand.
king. Where are you talking about? I am the king.
Yeah,
I
but-
tell you to move, you move.
No,
'cause
it
I'm
does.
coming.
It doesn't work that
But
way.
it
It
again,
doesn't
so
work that
again,
way in the
take
game of
back
politics.
Your word, then that's not okay. They need
What they
Adam.
say, one hand washes
Nah.
the other.
They need Adam.
That's
They
what
need
it is.
Adam to come, and that's why he works along with Adam to say, listen.
No, he needs Adam, so then this way he has less resistance,
I
so he
dropped
can
this
do
case
what he
for
has
you.
to do.
You open up New York with floodgates, so
Exactly.
I can come in and raid the stuff. out of
Exactly.
here so I can get rid
As
of
he
it.
should.
That's what he did. And
As
that's
he
why
should.
90% of New Yorkers are not supporting Adam because of this crap.
Did-
what he
No,
did.
90% of New Yorkers are not supporting Adam because Adam is a dirtbag. You got to remember, I'm a native
mean,
New
that-
Yorker.
I mean, that's
The man has
him
been a
a dirtbag.
dirtbag
Right.
since he was.
Do-
The
do
man
you-
has been a dirtbag since he was NYPD commissioner. He's been a dirtbag since he was
you-
Brooklyn Borough president. He's been a dirtbag for taking those
Do you
money
know-
from
do you
those
know-
Turkish
do you-
nationals.
do you
This is
know-
why he's been a dirtbag because he let the city go to crap in 4 years. This is why people don't like Adams. It's not because of what he's doing for Trump. The only people that say that are people that have Trump derangement syndrome. Mike.
Listen,
You know why
when
Adam?
you're
You know why
coming-
Adam said the case was open against him?
Huh?
He said the Biden administration opened the case against him because he was giving them a lot of pushback because the city was overwhelmed with immigrants,
Okay.
depleting the resources and not having enough.
Yeah,
places.
and he's been unhappy. To be honest with you, even though he was Eric Adams has been. That's the only thing I do agree with Eric Adams on is that he's been unhappy about what happened with the flood of immigrants that came into this city.
right. He was giving a lot.
So
of
that's
pushback.
what he's unhappy with.
What do you mean? He's been unhappy about it. He's voiced his
All the
opinion on that
resources-
because all of a sudden they made us a sanctuary city, and then we got to take care of these people.
But
And mind you, I'm half
listen,
Venezuelan. I don't
listen,
want these Venezuelans
Adam-
here. Get them out of here.
Adam and Cuomo, my boy, was the one that opened up the floodgates and said, because again, it's the political drama. It's a political strategy where they said the more they go out, right, and make things look pitiful, right?
Right.
So they make New York look pitiful, and then when you see something like that where you open up the floodgates for these immigrants to come in, now what you gonna do as an immigrant, or even somebody may have an immigrant family, you're gonna vote for Cuomo, right? You're gonna vote for Adam, and this is what these guys are doing. It's not the federal government opening up the doors that the New York City is now a sanctuary city. No, it's the mayors that are doing it because they want the vote of the people. And I would have done that too because it's a strategy where if you work on people's emotions, that's the kind of emotional tactics, right?
Yes,
Because
but that's not a. First
Mind
of all,
games.
that's a very frowned upon strategy. Okay,
Well, it works.
that's a strategy that
It
dirtbags
works.
do. No, it
It
works
works.
because people are stupid. They are not emotionally intelligent.
Let's go back.
You understand?
Let's go back to the situation where
Those are feelings.
what's that-
Feelings have never been facts.
So-
Facts are not
You
feelings.
see, you see that new guy that running for mayor. What's his name again?
Momdani. He's another one. He's a communist. He's a
The
communist.
guy that
right?
beat Cuomo.
You see what he did?
Yeah.
He talking about no free transportation and freeze
And it's clearly
Red,
evident
red,
that he's
red,
lying.
red.
It's
How
clearly
can-
evident that he's lying.
That cannot work because he know New York are suffering and stuff and in
Exactly.
serious pain, and he working on their weak points, right?
Right.
So
Play on people's
he manipulates
vulnerabilities.
So
people
you think
weakness.
that's not a respectable tactic? That's
But
not
that-
a
again,
mayorly tactic.
Case in point. That's what I'm saying. These guys assess the New Yorkers or people vulnerability, right? They assess
Right.
that and then they play upon top of that. And just like what this man, there is no way you can freeze free public
No, you
transportation.
can't.
You cannot. It's
You can't.
impossible.
That's
The
why
city
people.
gonna go
That's why
bankrupt.
people don't need to vote for
And people run
Mamdani.
and
They
vote
need
for
to vote.
him.
They need to vote because they're stupid. Don't you
And that's
understand?
and I would agree with
They
you
are
to that
stupid. They are
because they're
broke.
going-
They are stupid. They are broke. They are desperate. They are not informed.
But that's the point. There's another point where I'm showing that New Yorkers
that's
are
a lot.
hurting because the moment they heard
truth.
free, they did not sit and analyze. It's like, wait a minute, how this guy is gonna give free transportation through the public system? How is that gonna work? Now, how the employees gonna get paid? How the city? We have the little bridges where they get paid. That's not gonna be enough.
What about
to pay the
mechanics?
city. You have mechanics where they have to maintain these stuff.
That's
and
not
stuff.
gonna work.
So how is it possible?
Yeah, that's
Now,
not gonna
the
work.
freezing the rent, I could see if he come where he say, okay, this is gonna be temporary because we all would want a break, right? If you give me a 6 months break of freezing rent, or maybe even 9 months, or even a year, freezing the rent. When you look from a business perspective, as a landlord, you're gonna want to this can't work because if you go in a business and you're a landlord, you're gonna look at a situation like this. You have bills to pay, so you gotta look from both eyes. You gotta look from the individual, the consumer, or the society who's paying rent, and then you gotta look from the business side, and you gotta create that balance where each entity laughs and be happy, right?
Right, it's that
So,
sustainable because
If you do a temporary freezing, I can understand that where you give society a little break so them to catch a breather, or like when you're underwater, you come up for air and stuff like that. Yeah, I
Right.
can understand it, but to do it on a permanent level, that's stupid and dumb. You can't. And then you talk about free transportation. That's bullcrap.
right there's
And
You're
the
not-
people run with it.
Okay,
there's
yeah,
also
but-
there's
yeah, but-
also inflation.
And so that's why you have to educate the,
cost of
people. They
living goes
can't.
up
Precisely.
every
Yeah,
year.
but you have. But what people don't understand is that that's a trap. Because then what happens is that we become a dystopian society. Don't you understand?
What does that mean?
They can't. Basically, what that means is that we all become. This basically becomes a socialist. This basically becomes a socialist city.
Yeah.
And I refuse to be a socialist. I will take a bullet in my head before I become a socialist. I refuse to be a socialist. I am a free market enterprise. I am a capitalist. That means there's always going to be poor people. There's always going to be rich people. I feel sorry for nobody. You get up and you get your bread. So this whole thing, basically what Mamdani's doing is that he's enabling
Not
people.
everyone can
And
get up and get their bread. Though.
Huh?
It sounds all good. It'd be nice, but not everybody has the ability to get up and go get theirs.
It's survival of the fittest. Only the
Some
strong
people
survive.
are incapacitated just naturally.
Yeah, but that's not our
We
problem.
would reflect on people.
It's
who-
everybody.
That's natural selection, bro.
We would reflect on people.
That's the harsh realities of life.
Somebody with certain level of disability can go out there.
But then again, we have to look on people.
Well, I mean, if they're
We can't look on
disabled, and they're
disability.
disabled, get rid of them anyway. Just drive them up to the woods and let them run free. They're disabled. They're
Yo,
banned.
this
They're
guy-
banned on the
We
existence
want
anyway.
strictness from this record. We're not supporting that type of a mindset.
Don't you understand?
This got a little too radical for me.
You get.
No,
But
what you
like-
guys gotta understand, this is a cutthroat society. It
They
is
come
survival
from
of the
too.
fittest. It's
Yeah,
either
yeah.
kill.
The garage is
It's
not
either-
part of the radical.
It's either kill or be killed. Okay, it's either kill or be killed. Okay, sink or swim. Okay, there is no room for feelings. There is no room for
views of
there,
the
there is no
feeling
room.
shit.
There is no room for sympathy. There is no room for empathy. Okay, it is way beyond that. Okay.
Listen, as they come back to this situation,
Uh-huh.
Obama thing, what they're bringing up is I think is just Trump is pushing because he's pissed. Again, remember when he came in before he come in office and before he got elected, he said every one of these people who were against him, he's gonna go after them.
Yeah, as he
Right.
should.
Right.
As he
But
should.
I'm saying they have people where legitimately, like for instance, when people his own party, some of his own party where when he was doing certain things and they said, bro, this is not right, man. You can't go that right. You know what? You fired. Get out of my face. Matter of fact, you need to go to prison. This is how
Exactly.
this
Exactly. No
really-
resistance. Yes.
So if I give you my opinion and say, you know what, you stealing something, and I said, yo, bro, I don't think that is right.
I'm gonna feed you to the alligators.
You see what I'm saying? How now in the world?
No, I'm not gonna feed. I'm
Don't
gonna
be so
send.
callous.
I'm gonna send you to alligator Alcatraz. That's what I'm gonna
do.
do.
A mindset you have out there that again, that's why this society is so screwed up and messed up because you have mindset like this. It doesn't. I am giving you a guideline of you doing something wrong. So in other words, you're condoling my bullshit. That's what you're doing.
Yes.
What do you mean?
Yeah, ask me what I mean. If you see me doing something wrong, and I just use a scenario, I said, if I see you doing something wrong, and I come to you and I say, yo, Justin, I mean, I don't think this is right, man. You can't do it. You're talking about you're going to feed me to the wolves.
Yes. No, I'm going to feed you to
Exactly.
the alligators, not
That's
the wolves.
what I'm saying. So you condole
The alligators eat you a lot faster.
You condoling me to do
Actually,
crime.
I might feed you to the pigs because a pig can consume 2 pounds of human flesh per 30 seconds.
You see what I'm saying?
I learned that from Snatch.
So
that's for
you
real.
know that at least 20% or 15% have this type of mindset out there. This is why society is
Yeah,
so
but let me
messed-
tell you.
messed up.
Yeah, but that's what makes you a winner because like
What winner? How you gonna win on
because
that?
it's survival of the fittest. Don't you understand? I'm trying to prepare y'all. You guys want a Xanadu or some sort of utopia. This is hell on earth, so act accordingly.
It does feel it gets hard out here.
It is.
It
It's
is
hard
hard.
out
I
here
mean,
for a pimp.
It is.
I don't know about a pimp.
Yo, so you the pimp, right?
Huh?
You the pimp.
You goddamn right. You see what come on, bro. I shut down federal facilities, bro.
Yo, yo, Michael. The show would be ending at this moment. Yeah, they're coming for it, right?
It's pimping Ben since pimping Ben since pimping Ben.
I mean, if these guys see this show right now and they say, "Oh, wait a minute, he's over there bragging too,"
It's
right?
pimping Ben. I ain't say nothing. All I said was, it's pimping Ben.
They're shutting down.
Come on, man.
They're shutting down places.
Yeah,
right?
you got to keep your foot on their neck. Like I tell my girls, when my girls tell me, "Oh, I love you, King Tox," I'm like, "Yeah, I love me too."
This guy is on a different. He's on a different radical page, man.
Huh? No, this is what we have to do to survive, Maga
You
Porter.
gotta see what's in that pizza.
This is what we got to do to survive, Maga Porter.
Pizza, bro.
And anyway, Mom Donnie, I'm telling you right now, I am no longer a New York City resident. I'm a Westchester County resident. But Mom Donnie, the people of New York, I tell you this in all seriousness, Mom Donnie is not it.
Yeah, I agree.
Eric Adams is not it.
Cuomo is jumping back in
The only
he's
person
back
is
in the
Curtis Sliwa. Curtis Sliwa, who founded the Guardian Angels back in the 70s, he is the only one that actually cares about the city. He cares about the well-being of the people. He is a true New Yorker.
No,
okay,
Cuomo,
that is
Cuomo
too. I'm mad because
Cuomo.
Cuomo too. Cuomo actually yeah. Either way, because I would say Sliwa's running on a Republican
I
ticket.
believe Cuomo has the
Cuomo's
best
running on a
experience around the
Democratic
city.
ticket.
Cuomo has the best experience.
I would say either one because I like Cuomo. I don't like the way they forced him out. They tried to shame him. Cuomo wasn't with it. Cuomo was not with the nonsense. That's why they installed Hochul. Hochul, you weren't voted for. You were installed.
Well, she was voted for at the last.
No, she was installed. That wasn't an election. She's nonsense.
The last election,
Yeah.
that was a real election.
Yeah, but what I'm saying, that was fixed. See, that's a fixed election.
How is it fixed?
That's a fix because she was installed. They set it up for.
She ran just like anybody else.
Who was she running against? Who's she
what?
running against?
There
What
was a few
primary
of
did
them-
she win?
There was a few of them out there that were running.
She was installed.
She got planted.
She's a plant. You know what I'm saying?
She was planted
Who's also
before.
linked to Israel.
When Cuomo was removed from office, she was planted.
And Cuomo was shamed out of office. That was messed up. They did Cuomo dirty, bro. And I,
I mean,
don't agree with
I
everything that
agree.
Cuomo does, but they did Cuomo dirty,
Especially
man.
that woman that came out.
The allegation,
Now,
right?
Yeah,
Again.
how convenient. Because
Again.
he wasn't with the nonsense. He wasn't. You got to remember, during that whole COVID thing, Cuomo was not with the mandatory vaccine. And that's why they
But
made
again,
him
there
resign.
was some-
And this is all of a sudden they wanted with the sexual allegations and all that. And then they install Hochul.
there was some situation too with
She was installed. She wasn't
with
elected.
with the nursing home stuff. With Cuomo kind of mislead. I mean, it was just numbers. He mislead the numbers of, I think it was people who many people were dying or something like that.
Yeah.
Or it wasn't really something that serious.
You were hiding the numbers.
It was just not displaying the correct numbers. That's
Yeah.
basically it. So the guy didn't
Yeah.
come in on crime or anything. Now with the sexual allegation and stuff like that, which I said before many times, if it's something he had done for real, I am not condoling it. I am not supporting it. At the end of the day, the problem what I have is that one of the lady came out right after they interview her, because when Biden won the election and Biden started looking on Cuomo for some type of administration in the White House, for him to accelerate from his mayor duties. Okay. This woman come out and Cuomo erased me too, he molested me too.
Exactly.
So they interview her and like, okay, so after about 10 billion years,
And she's a liar because she did something strange for some
why
change.
you decide to come out? She like, well, I came up because the White House was looking or was thinking about
that.
to bring.
She's a harlot.
So you coming out not because of moral or moralities
Exactly.
or shame of anything or protocols
Manipulation.
or whatever the case may be.
Yeah,
You come out because this man was excelling in life and you want to knock him down.
Exactly.
You did not come out when he molested you 5 or 10 years ago. You're coming out because he was moving up. now.
Exactly.
So if White House didn't look at him, she would have said nothing.
Exactly.
I'm like,
She's a bird. She's a $40 holler.
this is the stuff.
She's a $40
This is the stuff
holler.
that hurts other women out there that goes to now, because what happened now, the case wrapped up and just blow up.
Right.
Yeah.
Meaning they go nowhere. And these innocent women, if Cuomo did do something to them, it just went under the table because of this woman. Because now they're gonna like, oh
See?
well, these are the women that probably.
So what does that teach you? What does that teach you? You always got to keep.
The corruption and the
No.
hypocrisy of
What does
the-
that teach you? That teaches you that you always got to keep your foot on this woman's neck, no matter what, even if they're nice to you. You understand?
We don't condone that here at the garage, so
Yes, they do condone it. Yes, they do condone it.
we don't
Okay.
support abuser for women or anyone. Period. We don't support. If you have to defend yourself, that's a different.
I didn't say
story.
nothing about abusing women. I said
But-
keep your foot on their neck.
In what context? Let's clear this.
What
up.
you
In
mean?
What context?
What you mean in what context?
Physicality or just emotional?
I might give it calls for, she a big Swati woman. Yeah, you got to physical. You got to put your foot on her neck. You got to body slam
coming
her.
back to my point,
Yeah,
we're
you
not
got-
condoling any violence.
What you mean?
Support.
If the woman big and Swati, if she a Swati woman, you got no choice but to body slam her. You know that. She a Swati woman. I mean, she big and sour.
Yo, Justin, Adrian, something wrong with this guy.
Yeah, it is, but you gotta put you gotta put
I think it's this pizza going.
yeah.
I
Yo,
think something in this pizza, yo.
Mike, I think you gotta put a disclaimer: the views and opinion expressed.
The opinion
What you
of
mean?
this expression is
Look, I'm gonna tell you what a pimp told me. They love being abused, bro.
they love being.
They love being abused. They love the abuse.
Which pimp told you that?
Huh?
Which pimp told you? You're
New York Ice.
We got put up a survey.
New York Ice. He said always keep them on their toes and unbalanced. That's how you keep them in control.
Well, anyway, folks.
This guy toxic.
So the next thing in our political.
Since you were so anti-tariff, you do realize that we got a $26 billion surplus this year, the first
Because
surplus
of what?
in 10 years because of the tariffs.
The tariffs is suspended.
We got
How we
$26
talking- how
billion
it's from the tariffs?
surplus.
How is from the tariffs when it's suspended for about 6 months?
It
What
wasn't.
are you
Hasn't been
talking about?
suspended. We've been making money off
course
those
it's
tariffs. What are you
suspended.
talking about?
Where
Where are
these
you getting
guys
your
get-
news from?
where these guys
I
get
think you
news
getting your news from Onion News Network or something. We got a $26 billion surplus because of the
from
surplus.
where?
From
where?
tariffs.
How is from tariffs when
$26 billion surplus.
85% of them is suspended.
No, they're not.
Including China, including Canada, including
None of them have been suspended. They've been paying us.
Who will be paying us?
What do you mean? You got to pay a
Canada said
tariff.
if any day Trump decide to be a dictator again, a dictator again, he is going to respond. And Trump decide to keep his down low. Now China is to say, the sale 10% what he had on China still remain.
Yeah.
They keep on talking about he's going to raise it, and they haven't done anything yet because they try to negotiate.
But they've been paying us this whole time.
They're paying the same amount what they used to pay from Barack.
No, they've been
Barack
paying us the whole time.
Biden time and stuff
No,
like that.
no.
So
no.
how they get
They've been
this?
paying. We got a $26 billion surplus. This is the first surplus that we've had in 10 years. Look it up.
Anyway, moving right along.
That's the case.
Yeah.
Listen, before you take anything
Like
and
that.
run with it from King Talks, you need to look up because he
Go ahead, look it
He
up.
just making up stuff.
I
right
don't make
now.
up anything. I read everything.
He read anything and conclude on his own.
Okay.
What is what?
No. All right, it's straight politics and pimping. It
said he
goes
cr-
hand in hand.
He cross-reference.
I cross-reference all day.
He listened to social media and used them as cross-reference to make his conclusion.
Tweet.
Yes, because social media is the truth. That's
And
why.
then he said they are corrupted. You don't make it right. It doesn't make any sense, right?
He tweet.
Yo, you can't make this up even if you try, man.
I don't.
So-
You gotta put a disclaimer.
So in another market too,
Views and opinions
or political rim,
on this show.
Trump tried
See,
to.
and I don't have Baby Trump to back me up right now because Baby Trump knows I'm speaking
Yeah, he
number
can't
facts.
help you, man.
That's why he's
dodging.
I agree with you, Justin.
That's why he's dodging because he can't take the heat.
What you mean?
Because there's too much facts out there that
Bro, I speaks the truth.
they're gonna lock up Trump soon. That's what
They're not going to lock up
they're
Trump,
gonna
bro.
impeach his behind.
They're not going to lock up Trump,
And then,
bro.
You see, his own mega mega party is turning against
No.
him. He had to go to the judge and say, "Hey,
You know what? Then
there's
they
another
will never for him from the beginning. You understand?
He had to go. He went to the judge now and said, "Listen, release Epstein. He's getting bold now. Release Epstein file." The judge said, "No, that's not gonna happen."
Yeah, that Epstein file is just nonsense. At this point, I
it's
really
not-
don't care.
I'm
To be
not-
honest,
The
I really
funniest
don't
thing
care.
is that
I really don't
why-
about the Epstein
no,
files.
Here's the conflict and the contradictional portion of what this guy is running on. First, he came out that he's going to release the form, right? He's going to release the report. After he got into office, 4 or 5 months, 6 months run, he's like, hold on. I don't think there was no Epstein file. Oh my goodness! There's no such thing, boy.
No, there's definitely
Just forget about
an
it.
Epstein
Whoa.
file.
No,
There's definitely an Epstein file.
no. What happened now? All the big boys. Yeah, he's on it, and this is why he don't want it because there was also a network. I forgot what network is that saying that he's on it.
Yeah.
His boy.
And I bet you that network was some left-leaning Democratic liberal network.
His boy. His boy.
Do you know? Do you want to know why they won't? Do you really want to know why they can't release that Epstein file?
Why?
Because that Epstein list is gonna uncover that certain clandestine agencies, CIA, Mossad, basically what they've been doing, they have siphoned. There's on this list, they have siphoned $20 trillion in U.S. taxpayer money. That's why that Epstein list, because what it is, basically, if that Epstein list gets released, our country as we know it is gone. Every single politician, I want to say probably a good 95% of our leaders in this country are on that list.
But
They stole a lot of money. They stole $20 trillion from the U.S. taxpayer. So to be honest, that will destroy us. Like, you don't understand. That Epstein list, if that Epstein list gets released, that will destroy our country as a whole.
I don't think so. But
it will.
The whole thing is that they were planning to redact the most of the stuff, all the critical information that's on it. They were going to redact it. So
why do we need it if they're gonna redact it?
that's a good question. I mean, there are certain things they cannot redact, but like for certain names and stuff like that, certain languages they can redact it. So, but my point is like the most of the stuff what they're gonna redact is what's gonna really tell the story. So now you're reading a book, right? You know they have the beginning, middle, and the end, right? That tells the story. It needs those 3 components to end to really give you a defined story. So now you start reading the story, and then in the middle, it's redacted out. So like, what the hell? Then you go to the end and you see, oh well, Obama this or Trump this and that. But you don't know because now you have to go back to the middle to find out exactly what happened when they're talking about Trump at the end or Obama at the end or Biden at the end. You don't know because the end is not really telling you. It's just giving you a conclusion that this has happened at the end of the day. So now you're going to have to go back in the middle of the book and try to figure out which they redact. So that's the whole premise of that. So it's kind of pointless if they release it. It doesn't make any sense.
Look, basically, this is what the Epstein file is, okay? For one, it's all Israel. Israel is the one to blame, and it's basically just Jewish pedophiles blackmailing other Jewish pedophiles. That's basically what the Epstein list is.
Well, there was a lot of, because now the whole mega platform, because when Trump decided to turn and flip his script.
No, they don't own MAGA because I'm still MAGA. MAGA, we turned into our own thing. We hold people accountable.
Almost 0% MAGA supporter. What are you talking about?
No, we hold, you got the true MAGA. We do not ride with Israel, okay? We are holding Trump accountable for his nonsense.
Right now going against him because Trump decided. This is one thing.
Yeah, because he needs to cut ties with Israel.
One thing with this country, you play with their kids, they're gonna burn you. No matter,
of course.
No matter how good you are or
of course
they are, they're gonna. And this is what started happening.
If you touch children, you're evil.
Right.
That's all there is to it.
What Trump was trying to hold on, and their own MAGA party, which they're coming at him now, and started pushing that, yo, you mentioned even his party, his own party, and people, rich billionaire who supported us said, no, you can't run this bullshit with us anymore. You're gonna have to release this crap.
Yeah.
So he started crumbling now because he realized now all the big boys now who also supported him, also sponsor him.
Look, if you destroy Israel, 120% of the world's problems will go away.
If you destroy Israel,
destroy them. Leave them in rubble.
I'll tell you about that disclaimer. I read some disturbing stuff. I don't want to digress.
Hey, what disclaimer? What are you talking about? Disclaimer.
They declassified some files from Martin Luther King, and what the CIA or the FBI knew
The
about.
stuff, look, Kennedy, they were supposed to declassify Kennedy's stuff. They haven't done that yet.
Israel got Kennedy killed because he was launching
Again.
Israel got Kennedy killed because of the Dimona reactor. Everybody knows that.
We don't have no type of information. Viewers, we don't have that type of information. I think that is also bogus. We don't have
It's
that.
not bogus.
It's based on his own
I speaks the
opinion,
truth.
and wherever he gets
I
his
speaks the
facts,
truth.
He claims he speaks the truth.
I speaks the
He claims he speaks
Okay.
the truth.
Whoever shut down a federal facility in the last 7 days, raise their hand.
You know this, you on the
All right then, I speak the truth.
You know this, you're the one raising your hand.
Because
right?
I speaks the truth. The
See,
truth and nothing but the truth.
We know what we need to do, right? So anyway,
Yes, we need to flatten Israel. We
Once
need
we
to
have-
get rid of Israel.
once we have the
Israel
fa-
got to go. But continue.
Real eradication.
Yo, there's a
I'm
real
a little
eradication over
bothered
here.
This guy is pushing for that stuff so heavily. Like,
Huh?
Yeah, like he got full evidence of this
Right,
thing,
right, right,
of
right,
this
right.
type of stuff going on.
I got full evidence, bro.
What?
Yeah,
Yeah, so
even-
share your full
yo,
evidence.
Huh?
Because all I'm hearing just win right now. Just share your
yo,
full
he
evidence.
even quantified
What you mean?
the assertion though about 120%.
120% of the world's problems will be solved if Israel is
How is it gonna
eradicated.
How he's gonna resolve?
Because they're the ones that cause all the problems.
They don't want. They contribute to some of the problems.
No, they
Not-
contribute to all of the problems.
I'm so
All of them.
Like what?
I'm
Example.
glad you
Every single one.
Justin,
Example like what?
Justin,
They invented pedophilia.
I'm glad,
How they invented
I'm glad you were
pedophilia?
born and raised
That's
here.
what
Huh?
I'm glad you were born and raised here.
Yeah.
No, he still can't get deported because his mom wasn't from.
Where they
here.
gonna deport me to? Where they gonna deport me to?
So
Venezuela,
again, he can't get deported.
That's
But-
fine. They can deport me to Venezuela. I'll get rid of the Israelis over there too. They can't deport me, bro. Where they gonna deport me to? The Bronx?
Where? Of course they could deport.
Huh?
They send you behind where your mom came from.
No, they're not. Because
Why?
I'm from here. I was born in the Bronx.
It doesn't matter. Even your family is not from here.
My family's from here.
No, she wasn't born.
My
here.
mother's from Venezuela. My father's from here.
Well, they need. Well, I think the mother. He has to be reversed.
No.
The mother is the one has to be born here.
And you got to remember, my mother's
Isn't
my mother's been a
the-
naturalized
the- the-
citizen
the
since
question-
1972.
That's that birthright citizenship stuff. The courts
Right.
took it down.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Trump is still deporting people who we kind of talk against him. They're not going no.
Good, as he should.
He deported
Yo,
them.
he said he want to deport Rosie O'Donnell.
Yes, he should. He should report Rosie O'Donnell. She's too fat to be here anyway.
Ouch. Oh,
Again, the garage does not participate or conclude.
Thank you, Mike.
or
Thank you.
subjected to any one
Okay,
of
once again,
these
the garage
statements.
agrees with everything I say. They just want to be politically correct. I am not politically correct. Okay, from what I learned, you know what political correctness is? That's fascism trying to be polite. I will never be politically correct. So trust me, they agree with everything that I say. They just want to be politically correct.
Allegedly.
We allegedly, right? We try to speak the facts, and we're going to continue speaking the facts. And if there is no facts, we will withhold our speaking.
Iran will flatten Israel.
But until then, once we have any evidence, we will share with you. But until then, everything what you hear out of King Talk's mouth, dismiss. Dismiss.
This is on.
Until you find your own facts. Anyway,
There's
so
a lot of editing.
there's a lot of editing going to be done, right? The funny thing is we are also live. So, so those people who are
Look, ladies, if you want to make some extra money, just come holler at King Talks.
how they going to make money?
Hi, bro. We're on a podcast here. What are you trying? You trying to get me locked up by the feds?
Well, the more stuff what you said right now, you worried about that. Exactly, you worried about
He's
that.
very smart and calculated too.
No, but the amount of conspiracy crap he just unload.
That's not
right?
conspiracy. That's all facts that I told.
This little piece of crap, what he's worrying about. I mean, like, come on, really?
What? Ladies, if you want to make some extra money, if you have a camera, if you got pretty feet, holler at me. We'll make some bread.
Yeah.
This gone to this gone to toxicity number 5.
Yeah. He really elevated.
Where's Baby Trump at? I need intelligent investor
Baby
here.
Trump is out there, man. He's probably he's probably like, I can't take this crap anymore. He probably park outside and say, hell no, I'm not going on that show tonight.
See, look, the police are coming for you because you keep talking bad about Trump.
They're coming, boy. They're coming.
It'd be a conflict of interest.
Anyway,
Guys
moving right
shouldn't have
along.
done this.
Exactly.
We seen today. I experienced this thing here. Technology is moving so rapidly.
Yeah.
So I'm in the airport coming back in Miami.
All right.
Yesterday, and
Oh, you had to go through Miami, then take another flight to New York?
actually, I purposely did that because I was trying. I wasn't.
Isn't
trying
that
to-
cheaper?
Yeah, I wasn't trying to pay no 900 or no.
It's
$1,000.
900 from New York to Jamaica?
Well, yeah, it depends because there was some flights it's like $700-800 nonstop.
How much is it from like if you go to
So
Miami and then
if I did a one stop of like I think it was like a 45 minutes layover. So I stopped, went until switch my plane and then shoot off to Jamaica. That fare in total going and coming with those two stops, one going and one coming, it costs about like $450.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Oh man, that's like half, bro.
I was the process
So
coming back.
if
like,
I was looking
Yeah, how were they vetting you when you came back?
immigration.
Like when you came back through customs?
it was smooth. I mean, because we were even down there talking to like some of the guys who hired me to go in and do the shoot with them. They're like, "Yo, Mike, we
They didn't flag you?
Huh?
They didn't flag you?
No, they like
Homeland Security, you're slipping. You should have flagged them. Continue.
Now they want to flag you. So we went down there. They like, yo, a few of us was working. We all citizens, right? But we're not natural born citizens here, right? So we're
Yeah.
there sitting there.
But
like,
you're
yo,
naturalized.
Yeah, we're naturalized. But the fact that you're not born here, and none of my
But you know what's
parents-
great? Did you know that since you're a naturalized citizen, you actually have a higher status than a U.S. citizen?
break
How
it
is
down,
that?
though.
Because there's a hierarchy of statuses as far as the highest status in the land would be a national. Right below that is a naturalized citizen, and then right below that is a U.S. citizen.
But a U.S.
So that's
citizen-
funny that a naturalized citizen has a higher status than a U.S. citizen.
But I'm looking at the logical side of it. How you have someone who were born here. I wasn't.
Yeah.
So how I gonna take precedent over that person? That doesn't make any
Because of the remember you guys had to. There was a certain process that you guys had to go through when you became a naturalized citizen.
Yeah, we
correct?
gotta. It's like we
Yeah.
you gotta go through the amendments of reading who was the president,
Exactly.
who was this. I mean, it's just some
Civic
historical
exam.
stuff
A
you gotta
naturalized.
remember.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Remember, you gotta remember here, and they don't teach us civics. So the fact that you guys actually are natural, because my mother's a naturalized citizen.
Mhm.
A naturalized citizen actually has more knowledge of this country than
I mean, I
a
can
U.S.
see
citizen.
because they're gonna penetrate you with certain questions.
Exactly.
And you gotta study for that.
Because as
I
a
mean,
U.S. citizen, you don't necessarily.
You know, I mean,
You don't
learn
need
the stuff
that.
in school
Yeah.
and that's it.
Yeah.
I mean, but it's kind of the same thing too,
Yeah.
because once you go and learn it, you just kick it out of your mind. I mean, you just probably forget it. Because if some of the stuff, I mean, because I'm kind of fluent in politics and listening, and so
Mhm.
it would be much easier for me if I go back on the panel and they ask me these questions. It would just be flowing because
Yeah.
I'm into that environment of studying politics, understanding politics, and so forth. So
Yeah.
it would be easier for me. But for most people who don't really get involved with politics or participate in sense of understanding what's going on, I think if I'm safe to say that's out of their mind. If you can't ask them and like, who's the mayor, who is the president, they're like, oh, who, what?
Yeah. No, and I'm surprised they didn't flag you because I actually called him before you went and I told him, I said, look, he used to work for North Korea. You need to flag him when he comes back into the States.
Yo, me and Kunjuk would be working.
I was like, he was Kim Jong-un's personal barber.
No boundaries.
That's why the fade is so
Hey,
fresh.
Yo, you can't.
What's
Yo,
the ceiling? What's the
yo, I
ceiling?
think.
That's an edible. That's an edible
Yo,
slice.
I think something in this pizza, bro.
Unbelievable.
Because now he's
That's
on,
an edible slice.
He's on toxicity number 10.
Well, yeah, I haven't been here for like 2 weeks.
For the
Fired
last
up,
month, right? For the last month, he's like, yo, he went on toxicity 10, man.
Because it's getting that intense. Don't you understand? I'm trying to wake you guys up.
You gotta put the
He-
disclaimer,
he
you gotta
try-
put the disclaimer on the screen.
What you mean?
He try-
Those views and opinion expressed by the panelists are solely theirs.
This is what keeps them watching. Like, yo, these guys are crazy. I'm not even the one that's crazy. Like, wow, they're like MAGA and the Prime Minister. Those guys are rebels.
Yeah.
Everybody knows that you're rebels.
You like that?
Yo,
Just
yo.
like
Yeah, you can't make this up, folks. Again, we apologize for this rude interruption. because it's getting hotter. He's here.
It's a
Yeah.
pizza box.
So today in technology, so I was kind of talking where I was in the airport, right? So I've seen this lady. She's like where this vehicle is at, the vehicle, right? And she's here, and this wheelchair is trailing behind her, right?
Mm-hmm.
She stops. Now the wheelchair is not like it was trying to catch up because it could speed up. The moment I saw one time when
like
she
20 feet.
like when she it was like maybe 15 feet or 20 feet from her, and every single one that was passing and started observing this thing just stopped and just started in awe, just amazing. This lady stopped the wheelchair like, "Oop." She started walking fast because she looked on her watch, or she looked on I guess her ticket, and she started moving fast. The wheelchair started sped up too. I'm like, what the hell?
Really?
Yo, this thing was amazing. Even I'm into technology, and even me was like in awe. I'm like, so I'm like, and then it's keeping its distance. It's not like it's right up on her. It's a good gap. It's like from the car right here to the table, and it's keeping his gap. And he's just like, he's just watch like it's have eyes just watching the lady, and she strolled and stuff like that. And the funniest thing is like about 5 of them I passed, because when she passed, in Miami, it's like miles to go to the other end. If they tell you at section whatever and you on section, it's like you in Cuba going to Jamaica.
Yeah, you do a lot of walking in those.
That's a lot of walking, and it's way far. So
Denver airport's like that. I know exactly what you mean.
5 of those, this guy's walking and he's just there chatting. I'm like, but why you need a wheelchair for if the wheelchair is trailing you? I'm like, that I don't get it. I didn't get it, but I mean, I guess they need.
That's pretty fascinating, though. So those are smart wheelchairs. Like they're moving on they're moving on their own their own recognizance.
I guess they have some type of computer device on them where it's following. But I guess it monitoring, because, as I said, the lady or the guy, when they stop, it literally stopped.
Wow.
So I'm sitting now. I'm
Pretty
trying to
impressive.
figure out now if when the person decide they want to sit down. I mean, because I'm assuming now if they started backing up, the wheelchair probably going to start reversing, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So I guess if you want to sit down now, I guess because when you stop, it stopped. So if you stop and then you start walking backwards, I'm assuming that the wheelchair is going to walk backwards.
No, there's probably some type of intelligent command where you're able to press a button or something on a watch.
Probably, yeah. Or something like I'm coming to sit or whatever.
That's the primary purpose of it. For them to
But what I don't get is like, you're supposed to be in a wheelchair, but you walking in front of the wheelchair, and the wheelchair is trailing behind you. And you're supposed to be
like robots.
Unless it's the airport wheelchair where like they assist people who can't stand up long. But when you're waiting, it's not like you're standing up. You have chairs that where you can sit down.
Yeah.
So unless it's about the walk, because that's no joke. That's
a long walk, man.
Those walks
that Miami.
That's
because that's Miami-Dade International.
Yes.
Man. That airport is massive.
Almost a mile.
That airport is
from one
massive.
location to catch my other plane.
Forget a mile. I was in JFK over the weekend. It says you gotta go all the way to a certain gate to get an Uber, and then when you get to the Uber, where the Uber's supposed to be at, is a sign to take a train, an air train up top, and the air train should take you some.
JFK is nowhere close than Miami Airport when it comes to length of where you go.
Yeah, Miami-Dade is huge. I'm like, don't get me wrong.
Way.
JFK is like a miniature city, but Miami-Dade is ridiculous. Like, you really will. Like, if you had to walk it, like, you're literally walking 2 miles.
It's literally you're walking about 2 miles. Depends.
Denver airport's like that,
crazy,
too.
I've been on the air train. So they take like 4 stops.
I like the air train.
All the way on the other
I like
side.
the air train.
Yeah.
I take it all the way out to Jamaica to the, because you could take it all. It stops at the last stop is Jamaica, where the Long Island Railroad is at.
That's what I took it to. They said last stop. I was waiting for it.
Yeah.
And the one in Kennedy or the one in Miami?
The one in Kennedy.
Well, I was waiting for the.
It's $8 though. It's like $8, right? It's like $8.25 something like that.
I took it once though, but I went over
I
on
had
the
no
belt
idea you had
side
to
with
pay
it.
to get out the train station.
Yeah, bro. It's like $8.
You got to pay to get when you get on the air train. They don't tell
They don't charge you, but
they don't tell you that you got to pay. You just get on there.
And then when you get on, it's $8.25.
Well, how they bill you?
when you get out,
When you get out, they don't let you out. You got to pay to get out.
the turnstile is.
Oh, you know what? I was about to say something, but yeah, I remember because I took the one when it was going to further into Queens, deeper into Queens. It's over on the belt side.
Yeah.
So I took it one time, and I think it was 2019 when I was going down.
It takes you to the A train.
Right.
Yeah.
When I was going down to my mom.
Howard Beach.
And it's like over that side. So I went over there and I had to buy, but I don't think it was $8 at the time. I think it was like $4 something.
That was a while ago then, because I know I just took it
2019.
recently. When was it?
I feel bad.
I took it like last year. It was like $8.25.
I feel
But yeah,
bad.
it used to be like $4.
I feel really bad for visitors because they should have better signage. Like, if somebody visiting, they're not familiar with all this extra stuff.
But
So then they
it.
shouldn't visit.
I'm coming to think of it.
Justin.
It's like
gonna
the
be
way they
radical.
set it up.
It's New York, baby.
You don't have to pay because when you walk in, right, there's nobody scrutinizing you to check if you pay or not.
No,
You just walk up.
Yeah.
So my
But you
thing
can't
is,
exit the train station.
Yeah, you can't. Because they don't have turnstiles. They have like these things and it has like this glass.
Correct.
And you can't. It's hard to
Correct,
jump over
correct,
that.
correct.
I think people
yeah,
try
but
to
if you
jump over
pay,
it.
seen
They
it,
but how
can't.
they know that you pay? That's what I'm saying. There's nothing on you to say some type of a chip or anything to say.
You
Oh,
can't get out.
Yeah, you can't get out.
but you in it's not only you alone in the train.
Nobody on there paid.
Yeah, nobody.
You
You
don't pay when
can't.
you get on.
You don't pay when you get on. You pay when you get off. Like you pay when you go all the way to the last stop and you're trying to get
No,
out.
but I get off at the middle of stops. Like for instance, you have from 1 to 10. 10 is the last stop, right?
All right.
I would get off at 5.
Yeah,
And do you pay?
No, that's what I'm saying.
Really? Yeah, because I know if you go to the end, you have to pay.
Circumvent-
Well, the pain, I couldn't maybe understand the end.
Yeah.
But when to my recollection, when I went on, I didn't have to pay
this week
because
was
it just stops, open up, you walk on.
This week was the first week I paid.
And then when you're going back, where my stop was, I was getting off like say Terminal B, right? And it stopped at Terminal B. A few people were coming on and a few people were getting off, and I just
Oh,
walked
if you're
off.
still in the airport, I don't think you're gonna pay.
I think at certain point in time when you maybe in the airport already, you
If you-
don't pay.
when
Maybe
you-
if
when
you're
you
coming from out
exit
of
the
the
airport.
skirts, like
When you
the beach area or over
When you-
Jamaica Avenue, then you would probably pay because
That's
that's
where you
out
pay.
of the airport
that-
area.
Yeah.
that's out of the
So
airport.
once you're inside of the airport terminals, going back and forth, I don't think you'll pay. But
No.
come and think of it,
Not
I
for-
No,
was-
if you're inside the terminals, you're good. You don't got to pay us when you go out. So like when you're like that air train,
There's
the
no,
air train,
there's no subway.
like the air train has
in the
3-4
airport.
stops. The air train has 3-4 stops within Kennedy Airport. But then after that, like once you leave the airport, like you're in regular streets, that's when they charge
Right.
you to
You
leave.
charge
When you get to the
Yeah.
subway stations.
well,
Yes, exactly. When you get to actual subway stations.
oh, okay.
If you're on the campus of, because Kennedy's pretty big. Like it's not as big as Miami-Dade, but as far as like the area that it's at, like Kennedy literally is its own like city. Like that's like a little city compared to like LaGuardia. LaGuardia they expanded, but LaGuardia is nowhere near. I want to say LaGuardia is probably half the size of Kennedy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So, gentlemen, what do you think about the finance? I mean, we have this beautiful bill that was passed now and stuff like that, and a lot of stuff on it where it's temporarily, but also a lot of stuff that will impact us financially and in this country financially. I have seen when I went to Jamaica, I've seen impacts are coming, and I've seen where people are starting feeling the pain. And the funniest thing is that when I arrived there, I was there on business, and when I arrived and started moving around, started interacting with people, because we were doing some interviews with celebrities and stuff like that, and just out of the, no, I wouldn't say out of the blue, but we kind of do some interaction on different ventures and stuff like that. And if I talk to 10 people, almost I would say between 8.5 to 9% of people are complaining that financially, when Trump step in, they are feeling the pain there. And this is in a Caribbean island. They are feeling the pain there. Now,
Why are they feeling the pain though? Jamaica doesn't get charged tariffs.
they don't in a sense, but I think because of certain things that is structure, money not, for instance, tourism.
I don't believe they feel the
minimizing.
pain.
It's-
They feel the pain in Belize.
Really?
Because, yeah, a lot of the jobs, the government was actually funding a lot of the projects. in
Oh,
Belize.
okay, all right.
They had
So
a lot of
that makes
partnership.
sense.
So one
Yeah,
thing
and
we
then
funded those
you know
partnerships.
Trump have taken away certain things again from these Caribbean islands where they were
Right.
funding and stuff like that, and then what also slowed down the the tourists,
Right.
slowdowns a lot. So people out there. I mean, money there to be made, but it's like you have to quadruple your efforts now to start making money.
So it's harder to make a buck.
To figure out certain things. And I've heard of also different Caribbean islands and different countries are hitting because of what this guy president here is doing. Unfortunately, my president as well. But at the same time,
It's the greatest president ever.
I don't know where. I think there's a major disaster coming.
Yes.
Major disaster.
Yeah,
And the disaster is Israel's going to burn to the ground.
Pessimistic.
No, there is a major disaster coming.
But that is
Israel's
the
going to
term.
burn to the ground.
Major disaster. I'm talking about on the political side and in the physical side. I mean, there are things I don't want to
I'm
get
like,
into.
if you think of it politically, we're already going through a major disaster.
No, and it's
been
gonna get worse.
and that's just what it
basically-
is.
It's just
It's
going to
get worse until you know what's going to happen until we have no more political parties, and then we have to form our own political parties.
That's not
New
gonna
political
happen. That's
parties
never
will
gonna
form.
happen.
Yes, it will. Yes, it will.
See, Elon,
A lot more. You got to remember the collective conscious, like just of people in the country, is waking up. Like people really are waking up. You still have a lot of people that are not bright, but a lot of people are waking up.
Elon is creating his own party too. I think.
Third party.
Yeah, he's creating another.
Yeah,
party.
Elon's a dirtbag.
Yeah, to run against his own board.
Yeah, Elon's a
Well,
dirtbag.
now he's a dirtbag.
He's
I
always
thought
been a dirtbag.
I thought that was your boy.
No. I always said, and you can go back and archive all our shows. I don't trust Elon. I've never
You don't
trusted
do-
Elon.
Well, you have Mega Trump, Baby Trump over there.
No, he likes Elon because he likes to
Technology.
invest in stocks. I don't invest in stocks. You see, I invest in crap stocks. Actually, my stock's been going up too.
The stock is going.
Yeah, I'm actually making money now. But
Tesla, you're making money off Tesla.
I have Doge, I have XLM, I have all those meme coins, but they're all making money. Like they're all like I'm up.
So-
I'm not in the red no more.
So why you don't invest into Tesla? Tesla is booming.
No, I've never. I don't agree. You know what I'm saying? I've never been one.
Instigator, Mike.
I've never been one for the
You
EV.
need instigator.
I've never been one for the EV initiative. I've never been one for the EV initiative. I'm
green is good.
more so, no, it's not. No, it's not.
Why you say it's
Because what you don't understand is that
electric vehicles are not
because do you understand what do electric vehicles run on?
good.
Power.
Electric.
No, what are the chemicals that make those batteries? The minerals, the what does that
I see
make?
where you
You understand? And then what they don't understand is
Now,
that
break
they're saying
that
that
down to me, though, please.
okay, so basically what they're saying with this whole EV initiative, which is basically backwards, right? They're saying that it's less carbon emission on the earth, but what they don't understand is that in order to mine those minerals, cobalt, things like that, they're fracking throughout the United States. Okay,
Breaking up
fracking,
rocks.
yeah, but fracking is a a lot of companies are not supposed to do it, but they do it anyway because it's more profitable. But that's frowned upon. I mean, so like say for instance, Asheville, North Carolina, where they had those mudslides, right? Underneath that in Asheville, Carolina, there is a huge amount of cobalt over there, which is what they need to make those EV batteries that power those EV cars. So
they're going for it.
those cars are saying, supposedly, they're saying, oh, it's better for the environment. But to make the products to power those cars, you're hurting our environment. So therefore, I'm not for the EV initiative. I'm for a regular gas car. And that's why they're trying to charge so much money now. Bro, they're practically giving away electrical cars. How much is it for? How much is it for a Tesla now? It's dirt cheap for a Tesla.
Wait, Tesla.
Yeah, the Hyundai Kona. What's the other one? They got like 7 different EVs now, and they're all very very cheap. But they're not. Everybody keeps thinking that it's not. Like it's lower. It's emitting out lower. What is it? Lower carbon emission or whatever. But what they don't understand what's going into that. Like basically what's being done just to make that is actually it's backwards.
Right.
So basically, you're digging a hole. And then all that dirt that you just dug out that hole, you're putting it right back into the hole. So you're not making any progress. You understand? So that's why I've never been, like, even though I ride Ubers all the time and I always choose Uber Green because they're always like $2 to $3 cheaper. But it's not, I'm not for the EV initiative. I'm more so for gas-powered cars.
The cheapest Tesla they said is $42,000.
Look at that. No, but like on the aren't they like they're practically like to
And
the.
then they have the high one, which is like 79,000.
That's what I mean. But that's super cheap. 42,000 for a
It's
car.
like $60,000, right?
Exactly. And look how much they went down. Now they're giving you leases. They're giving people leases
Because it's
on
stock-
Teslas
because
for like
the stock is
$195 a month. Huh?
Because his stock is plunging really bad.
His
up
stock
and
is
down.
really plunging.
I
But
don't
see,
know if it's plowing. They have
Yeah.
like they lost a lot of customers.
see, I'm much for, well, I'm like, I like Range Rovers, but what it is, the maintenance schedule on a Range Rover is a pain in the ass.
Yes.
It really
I mean,
is.
a lot of people out here
Excessive.
complain about them, even the new ones.
I feel for Maga Porter because I don't have a Range Rover. I'm just saying, I feel for Maga
You
Porter.
got like 12 miles per gallon.
Huh?
12 miles. You're lucky you get that. You get like 2 miles per gallon.
That's what. And then how is the maintenance schedule on it? Like the maintenance schedule's a pain, right?
It's
No.
it's
You can't. You gotta
no.
get-
I'm just
you gotta get at
I'm
least
just
12
I'm
miles
joking,
per
but
gallon.
you get about
Yeah.
I would say probably about 10, 11, 12, somewhere around in that region.
I mean, to be honest, the cars that as I gotten older, the
I
cars
filled
that
my
I'm,
gas up for $40 a week, man.
look at that.
$40 a week.
Yeah.
That's good, man.
I wish
Com-
that could be the case.
I mean, to be honest, as I've gotten older, the cars that I like now, obviously I like the fancy cars when I was little. But the cars that I like now, I like Nissans, I like Toyotas, I like Hondas.
I would love if
You know what I'm saying?
if this country would open up the floodgates for China to bring their cars in here. Man, there's some cars over there. When they talk about technology, the level of technology what they have in these cars, that you literally don't have to go anywhere. Especially what was those?
Yeah, but we can't trust China
Why we can't trust
because they're
China?
the enemy.
Look again. So let's go back into this situation.
I don't.
right?
You know why I don't trust them? Because they're China.
So here's the thing. Here's the thing again, right? We have this TikTok stuff, right? Biden wanted to get rid of it because they claim that China is spying them. Okay, right. You want to, so you're
They're
gonna,
not. I think they're not spying. They're mining information from us. But
regardless of what.
the good thing I like about TikTok is that they show us stuff that the United States does not show us. That's
Alright.
one thing I like about TikTok.
So
But
here's-
they are spying on us, but
here's
how
the thing.
spying on us? They're mining information. They're not necessarily spying on us, like watching us change clothes, but they're mining information.
So again, allegedly, right? So here's the thing. Now, if they conclude that this is such thing is happening,
Mm-hmm.
your boy, your president, come in power. This is the third time.
Who you talking about? Donald John Quavius?
Who else am I talking about?
My
It's
man,
the
my
third
man,
time-
MC Donnie T.
Third time he's
The greatest president ever.
He suspend the banning of TikTok, or because the other day it came out. Oh, we found a sales buyer to it. Found out that it was bullcrap.
Okay.
You're not talking about that though, right? The hoax, what you were talking about, that one was bullcrap. Because what happened? He want to control the market. So he come out and talking about he find a buyer.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was what's that network, that newspaper network came out and said, that is bullcrap. There's no such thing like that. He hush up because I think they put out some facts that there's no such buyer. And then he's like, oh, we will reveal them next week. It's almost 4 weeks past now. That next week can't come yet. If this country or this entity was, and China is using this entity to spy or to gather information, why are you prolonging this banning? Why are you prolonging this banning? According to national security, why are you prolonging this banning? One of the things what I realized with Biden too, when he was going hard at TikTok, right? And I think
I don't believe in TikTok
what
being
happened is
banned.
that
I like TikTok. I don't think they should be banned.
TikTok whatever word I'm looking for, outdo Mega, which is
Meta.
not Mega,
Yeah,
Meta,
yeah.
Instagram,
Yup.
WhatsApp,
Yup.
all of them combined make it like 5% of TikTok.
Oh
market.
yeah, big time.
And because of that, and they can't
Outperform.
control TikTok, they create this conspiracy crap about, oh, Chinese government is using TikTok because, yes, it's owned by Chinese.
Yeah.
So they're using TikTok to spy on us. Okay,
No, they're not
Shut
spying.
it down then,
They
if
just,
that's the case.
They're just mining
Then
information.
Biden
They're not.
leave
They're
it,
not
oh,
spying.
I'm
on
going to
us.
leave it to Trump. Let Trump decide. I
They're
said,
not spying
you're
on us.
bastards.
They're not spying on us.
They're
They're mining information, and there's
At the
nothing
end
wrong
of
with
the
that
day.
because if you really think of it, they're mining information. Well, people don't understand. This is what kills me. I'm like, even though I say, China is the enemy because they are. Well, I shouldn't say them. I should say the CCP, the communists.
USC
China.
just-
But as far as you got to remember, I want to say a good 15 to 20% of our American population is Chinese American. So that's why I'm not against TikTok, bro. That's why I don't feel that they're spying on us. They've been spying on us, bro. The weather balloons. You know, China owns, they're the second largest owner of farmland in the United States. They've been spying on us. So they can compromise us whenever they want.
This is one thing for the entire night, and for Macy, most like 9 of the episode, he's on there. I agree with. Yes, China don't have time. If China is going to attack, China would better do what they got to do, just like Pearl Harbor.
That's a fact.
I mean, they set up a time period and they attack. They're not going to let this thing prolong. The funniest thing, China is way too intelligent right now to waste time to try to attack America. Their purpose on their thing is to develop their infrastructure, make the people of that country grow. Because without the people, the country would fall apart.
They don't want their people to grow. You remember China? They're socialist over there.
What are you talking about?
They're socialists. They're not capitalists. Why do you think they call it the CCP?
Break that down for me, though, please.
They're socialists. They're communists. They're not. We're capitalists. They're not.
How they're socialists?
They've always been. What do you think the CCP is?
For day
that's
one,
that's the communist. That's the China Communist Party.
America did follow the game plan, what China did when it comes to their infrastructure and development of their people and putting back into their people, I think this country not only would just be wealthy, would be
they don't put back into their people.
They would be so large in this world that even Mars would want to come here to live.
They don't put back into their people. They put back.
They don't, because the politician put back into the people the money what they rob from the people. That's what, and they put in their pocket.
Yeah,
that's the only thing they put back.
Yeah, they don't put back into the people.
They don't. And the thing is with China now, China put back into their people.
No, they don't.
What are you talking about?
They don't put back into their people. They put back into the rich. That is a socialist communist country. So you know who gets all that money back? The people that get the money back are the high guys and are the guys in high levels of government, and then the people that are already billionaires there. People like me and you, that does not get put back into it. People like me and you, that money does not come back to us.
What you just described is the same thing what the U.S. is doing. So you're saying that...
What do you mean? No, because you and I can make money here, bro. You can make money here.
They can make money in China, too.
No, they can't.
How?
Because they're watched. What do you mean? They're watched closely. You got to remember, they're not criminals the way you are. You have to remember, if the government and those top 10 rich people, you know who else makes the money over there? The triads, bro. The Chinese mob. Regular people do not make any money. It's not like here. We can make money.
So you're saying that these guys are so locked down?
Yeah.
That they can't make no money?
No.
So how they survive?
It's only what do you mean how they survive? Because they got them on rations. Because they got them on rations and government-controlled grocery run stores like what Mom Donnie wants to do over here.
That's some deep stuff.
Yeah, he knows some deep bullcrap.
No, it's not. It's true. Look, all of us can make money. All of us can make money here.
Every country, to my knowledge of what I know, there are some countries where they have certain
we can make money. I can
like
give you. I can give you two girls. You guys go out there and make money. The girls give you $1,000. You guys give me $500. We all make money.
You give me the two girls. What are you supposed to do?
What do you mean? What they're supposed to do, bro? What's wrong with this guy? I'm just giving them two girls that go make money. What's the matter with
No, I need.
I don't know. I was gonna hang up.
I want you to go set up a kissing booth, bro. What do you think I want you to do with the girls, bro? What you think I want you to do?
What am I supposed to do with the girls?
What you mean? You go over to Bakechester and B Road to that hotel right there and go handle business, or you go over here by 241st over there in Wakefield by Pepino's. There's a motel right there. You get your money.
So you have too much knowledge to know.
What you mean, man? I watch a lot of A&E. So I've heard.
So I heard.
No, he's watching. So now you're watching. You sound like he's participating, right?
He's very cocky.
Yeah, I think he's participating, not just watching.
What I'm saying is that we can always make money.
It doesn't incriminate him.
We're able. Look, let's put it this way. What I'm saying, the difference between us and China, even though, don't get me wrong, our U.S. government, they're not our friends. They're not for us. They watch us. But us as American people, you have to remember we're a little bit more enterprising because of the way that we were raised, okay? And we can make money, okay? We know how to make money under the radar. China is so heavily surveilled that those people over there cannot make money under the radar unless they're part of some sort of organized crime consortium, so on and so forth. You got to remember, they got social credit over there. They watch these people like hawks. That's what they want to do over here, but it's not going to happen. So trust me, even though they are far more technologically advanced, they are not richer than us as regular people. Okay, me and you, us three, we are regular guys. We're nobody special. Well, I mean, I think I'm special, but
I mean,
but we are actually a lot more richer than the three equivalent of regular guys in China.
I don't know where you get that from. I disagree with that. The intellect, the IQ of even a 5-year-old, child that is 5 years of age, it's above I would say the average.
But that doesn't mean anything if they ain't got no hustle.
If they have that type
No,
of
because they don't got no hustle. They don't get no money. Why you think they come over here to make their money? Why you think why you think they come over here and bootleg clothes? Why you think they come here to make money? You know why? Because they can't make no money over there.
They come here because maybe the dollars. I mean, everyone come to this country. You look at Russians. You look in Australia. You look in the Caribbean. You look at everyone come here regardless of what. English. You have people here from England.
Look, perfect example. Perfect example. Who are the biggest merchants in the West Indies?
The biggest merchants.
Who are the biggest merchants in the West Indies?
Who are they?
Who are they?
The Chinese.
I mean,
Chinese in the West Indies?
No,
yeah, what?
no.
They're deep.
They're deep in
the West Indies, like in Jamaica, Trinidad.
Jamaica, I know.
Yeah, they're the biggest merchants.
Yeah,
but why they come over here to make bread? Why? Because they can't make bread where they're from.
But that's to show you a case in point. That to show you that they spread them wings everywhere where they can make money. And it's the same thing. You have English over here to try to make money, right? You have Russians here trying to make money.
Yeah.
You have Australians here trying to make. You have Canadians trying to make money.
Because
you
we
have
can all make
Mexicans
money here.
trying to make money.
We can't do that. I can't go to China and be like, oh, I'm gonna go make money. They'll kill me.
I don't know, but at the end of the day, I don't know where you get the dogma.
It's true.
It's true in your own mind.
No, it's true. You and I cannot go. You and I cannot go to China.
Have you been to China?
And so, no, I haven't. I refuse to go. Bro, I don't leave the East Coast.
So how can you write these in stone that these are things that's going on?
Because I just know.
That's
why.
You're most high now. You're God.
Nah, what it is, I used to pimp a Chinese chick. She told me.
She told you.
Yeah.
That. You used to pimp her.
Yeah, I used to pimp her. She used to wear red bandanas. I called her Sue Woo.
Sue Woo.
What you used to pimp her doing? What you used to pimp her?
What you mean? If I was a pimp, what do you think I had to? What do you think I had it doing, bro?
I don't know. I don't.
I had it doing.
The guys that
all right. All right. She goes in the car with a gentleman. They drive around the corner. They drive around the block 3 or 4 times, and then she brings me back $600.
So they just go in the car and drive around 4 times, and then
for like 4 or 5 times, and then she brings me back $600.
So they just talk. They have
I don't know what they're doing in the car. All I know is that she brings me back my money.
To bring back your money.
Yes.
But you said they're just driving around 4 times.
Yeah.
So that means they're talking. Right?
You never know. It could take 40 minutes to go around the block just one time. So if you're going around 4 times, that's 160 minutes. That breaks down to basically like 2 hours and 40 minutes. So I've heard.
And how much you bill for?
That's $600.
So you collect your $600.
I collect all $600.
Conversation they having.
What do you mean? It doesn't matter just long because that you're paying for her time, and I'm the one that manages her time.
Folks,
Somebody said that so smoothly, right?
Yo, you can't make this up if you try. I would advise you to take all of this with a nut of salt. Well, not even a nut of salt.
A grain of salt.
A grain of salt with some agave mix up inside of it. So to sweeten the bitterness or the sourness at the same time.
Look, Maga Porter knows that President Trump is the greatest president ever.
The greatest dictator ever.
Huh?
Ever.
He knows that's the greatest president ever.
This guy is gonna do a Bloomberg. He want to do a Bloomberg. That's what he's planning to do. Trump.
You think?
He want to do a Bloomberg.
What does that mean?
Bloomberg make things really expensive, man. I don't think he's trying to do that.
Bloomberg went and changed the laws and the policy of how many time you can run for mayor.
Yeah.
So he went
and then reverted it back after his term was over.
Changed the law with his goon heads people, where he possibly, I don't know for a fact, but there's some mix up going on because if you have all these politicians went and agree because he could not make the change without he have these other goon heads.
To be honest, I think after this term, I don't think Trump's gonna run no more. He's done.
He won. Remember what he said before? He said you don't have to vote anymore. There's not gonna be no more elections.
You do realize he says things like that to spark people up. You do realize you have to remember. You know what it is. You don't speak fluent Trump. I do. See what it is? Half of what he
What
says
is
is
fluent
truth.
Trump?
Half of what he says is truth.
What is fluent?
Half
Trump?
half of what he says is truth, and then half of what he says is troll.
So how can
So
I?
you have to.
How can I decipher all of that?
Because you don't
bullcrap?
speak Trump. Once you learn how to speak Trump, then you see he doesn't bother me because I know when he's trolling and I know when he's telling the truth. When he says so, oh, you never got to vote again. I know he's trolling.
Surely
I know
not.
when he says, oh my God, in Ohio they're eating dogs. He's trolling.
So
Don't you understand?
Oh, yeah, in Ohio.
and he-
Yeah, in Ohio they're eating dogs.
But
I know what he's doing. He's trolling.
Cats.
Yeah, they're eating cats. They're eating dogs. They're trolling. He's
But
trolling.
he wasn't even doing that when he even won the election.
But then you could tell when he's telling the truth. When he's like, yes, Obama's a gay man, his wife is a man. Then he's telling the truth.
We stricken that from the record again. This is not a part of the record. That is stricken, completely stricken. Yo, we gotta wrap this up. we gotta wrap this up.
You
Anyway,
saw how
folks,
fast his head over? You saw we are stricken.
this is stricken from the record. Well, folks, it's that time again. It's that time again.
What do you mean? We just got, it's only been like 15 minutes. How long we been talking here? You saw how fast his arm went up? This is why I do the things that I do.
You can't follow this guy. You cannot follow.
Huh? What you
Yo, I told you it's that pizza, bro. I'm gonna take a slice out and give it to a dog and see how he reacts.
No, that's
A rat.
Or a rat and see how they react.
A
If
lab
they
rat.
started talking,
A lab rat.
it's oxtail slice.
Yeah.
That's made with cornmeal.
see, that make it even worse.
Cornmeal.
He from Tivoli.
It's on Tivoli. That's Tivoli pizza.
Yeah, they look cornmeal.
Top 10 slice. Top 10.
Anyway, folks,
I'm the
it's
champion in
it's
cricket.
About that time. we are delighted that you're here. So, in closing, we want you to give your notes on and your views or your final thoughts on where I think this country, in sense financially, I think this country is going into a deep belly up. Some are predicting recessions, and some we see the recession, the inflation is kind of stable. I wouldn't say stabilized, but it's kind of flatlined in the sense of it's still high. It's still high. It's not that extreme, but it's flatline, meaning that it's staying steady. It's just weird. It's not coming down. It's not going up. It's just staying steady.
Mm-hmm.
So somewhere down the line, these I would say smart guys. I wouldn't want to say Greenspan because I haven't heard he make any comment lately. It was these other guys who are making comments, and they're saying that I think this country financially is gonna head into a really hardcore, devastating recession, based on how the country is running. And the way they come in and they're angling it, he's not saying that Trump is gonna cause it, but he's going to initiate it. Right, and based on his leadership and what he's doing, this may happen. To be honest with you, I don't know the whole schematics of how the financial structure works, but I can see it from my little feeble knowledge. I can see that there's something coming, something drastically coming.
How do we stay ahead?
And I don't know how we gonna stay ahead. I mean, at the end of the day, how we gonna survive this mess? But it's coming. I mean, that's what I've seen so far. You guys, what you guys' thoughts and your final thoughts?
I don't agree with anything this man just said. If we do go into rough financial times, it's not going to be for a very long time. I have a feeling it's going to be. It's at the time now that you have to separate the people that are going to go. You have to separate the hunters from the hunted. So it's either you're going to eat or you're going to get eaten. That's just what it is. So even if we do go into rough times, the people that really know how to make a way, find a way, make your money, you're going to be fine. The ones that are saying, oh, woe is me, things are bad, I have nobody to help, wait, that's on you, man. Because we're all grown men. We're all grown men and women. We are all adults. We are all able-bodied people. Now, as far as for people like I'm like I said, God protects fools and retards or whatever they say. So I'm not really worried about them. But as far as able-bodied people, your life is what you make it. Okay, your situation is what you make it. I'm not necessarily always in the best predicament, but I'll never let that knock me down. I'm never gonna let any kind of a political party or any kind of political ideology keep me down. I feel I'm like we've always been in some sort of dire straits as far as the economy goes. I'm not for handouts. I'm really worried about my city of New York. Even though I don't live in the city and I live in the county now, I really don't want Momdani to be the mayor of the city because that will turn my city basically into Gotham City, and I don't want to see that.
You know, the funniest thing, as you said, that I reached out to him because I would like to him kind of break down, even though he did, but I want to get a one-on-one and for him to break down.
Who did you reach out to?
Momdani.
Momdani.
Zoran Momdani.
Because I would like to invite him, and I was trying to reach Cuomo too to get him, but Cuomo, I think you need to change your contact information, make it easier for people to reach you because it's hell. When I went on his website, it's either if you're supporting him or you want to be a part of his movement, you write your name and send. But there's nothing on his site or where. I spent at least 45 minutes trying to find contact for this man,
and it's hard.
And nowhere I can find anything information. That is bad, Cuomo. You need for. Even if you set up information where they can reach to your colleagues, like your assistants and stuff like that, but make something available. It is poor. I don't know how you guys are running the type of what the word I'm looking for,
what
party, and actually no. I mean, the public can't even reach you unless they see you in a crowd or something like that. That is bad. I'm all for you still with it, supporting you and stuff like that, but you got to make yourself available. With Mandani, I reached to him like this.
Yeah.
He's like 9 billion numbers out there, emails and stuff like that where I can reach. I sent him an email though, and I try to reach out to them. I left a voicemail.
Yeah.
They did a disclaimer that says, well, we are receiving so many volumes of email and phone numbers. We may not be able to reach out to you and stuff like that. And I understand that. But I would love, for him to speak to him one-on-one and to see that, trying to get a really hardcore down in the dirt, underneath the earth explanation of how can you make these things based on your claimers, your running. How can, because it's not logical.
No,
so I would love for him
he's
to
a
come on the
socialist,
show,
bro.
or we come to you and do a one-on-one interview to try to get, because a lot of people are blind. They hear free and they run with it. Your policies cannot work logically, technically, physically. It cannot work.
Now that I agree with.
There's no way it can work. So you maybe have some supervision where we can't see. I would love for you to come. If you listen and this get out, I would love for you to come on the show and explain T for T, tat for tat. Well, not for tat, but T for T. You cross your dots in your eyes and break this thing down, because I'm ignorant to what you're trying to accomplish.
We're just trying to understand.
I feel he's a communist.
And
he has a lot of communist and Marxist ideology.
If you come, we gotta tell him that we're not hosting this show tonight and let him find somewhere else to go.
Huh? Yeah, no, you don't want me here, because I will tell him. Oh, and just so you guys know, in closing, okay, as far as the federal government is concerned, I'm Thanos, okay? I shut down federal facilities. Thank you. I'm King Tox.
What federal facility shut down?
Hey, bro, we don't got to go there, right? Just know that I shut down federal facilities.
Yo.
You know what? Let me leave this alone.
I shut down federal facilities.
It's getting hotter this here.
Yeah.
Anyway, Angel, your 2 cents.
I think what I learned from a long time ago and never really understand it until now, health is wealth. I know it's pretty much a cliche right now, but stay healthy. And once you stay healthy, you bring that opportunity to yourself. You could always do something to generate a great quality of life if you're healthy. But if we're not healthy, then, we're not able to
Yeah,
I agree.
Health is good.
Drink plenty water.
This is supposed to be the core of our lifestyle. We know some people. I don't know if some people out there would want to live
care your
an
body.
unhealthy life, but I think to my knowledge, and I think where so far I've seen people want to live healthy, but sometimes they don't make the effort of trying to do that. They just think that
Yeah.
they're just going to be automatically healthy without doing any work, and it requires work. It requires work. It doesn't mean that if you're vegan, if you're vegetarian, it doesn't mean that nothing can happen to you, because there are people out there that are those and they still having cancers and all these different diseases. What you're doing, you try to do what you can. As I said, my slogan is that, do what I can do, control what I can, and leave the rest to God, what He can, what I cannot control. So, without further ado, we thank you for joining us. Again, a lot of information was shared. Most of them you can decipher and throw them to the window that comes from this side. You can throw that to the window until you find you do your own research and find your own facts. Yeah. His facts is what he concludes.
You do realize I have a cult following. They're not listening to anything you're saying. I just want you to know that. I have a cult following.
They're not listening.
I'm King Tox, bro. I teach him how to get over.
You don't earn
that's
the name.
that's just a perfect example. That's just a perfect. He has a quote that follow him with that. Whatever
I have a cult.
bull crap come out their mouth,
I have a
they run
cult
with it
following.
as Bible.
King Tox.
Baby.
I have nothing to pride. I have nothing prideful to say.
Anyway, we thank you for joining us. We are looking forward for you next week, same time, same place. Please share, like, and subscribe. Tell a friend, tell a family member, tell a co-worker, tell everyone who you can. We cannot do this thing without you. We need your support to start a climbing, as I said before, and it's my promise. Once we start having some funds coming in to us from either YouTube or sponsors, we will give it back to the public. We will give it back to our subscribers, whether we buy an iPhone, we buy a Tesla, we buy a Lexus, we buy a Range Rover, we buy a house. Trust me, if we reach to that level, we will do it. And I will make that promise.
That's coming out of your cut. I'm not giving him any of my money. I'm just like, that's
fine.
coming out of his
That is
cut.
fine.
That's coming out of, I'm
That
keeping
is
all
fine.
my money.
That is
You
fine.
I entertain you. That's my money. That's coming out of his cut.
That's fine. If I have to give you everything, that is fine, because you're the one who allow us to be blessed and along with God to accelerate. So that is fine. I'll give you even 90% of mine.
No, I'm keeping all my money because my presence is a present. Okay.
You can't with him. But again, thank you. See you next time, same place. Peace out.
Peace. That's the Mike and Mike theme music.